In 2006, Natural Resources Canada completed a pilot study within the Mackenzie Valley to determine areas susceptible to slope failure and landslides due to permafrost loss. The technique they proposed would follow a 5-step process that resulted in a parameterized model of risk. Values from 1 low to high 10 would then be mapped. We will reproduce this technique using OGC interoperability and the Discrete Global Grid System functions explored earlier in the demonstration. Step 1 is to access and integrate 5 important data sources: USGS's GTopos 30 World Elevation Model, NSI-DC's permafrost data, the USGS Global Land Cover, and 2 superficial geology data sources, one from Canada and one from Alaska. I'm sure you've seen enough data access for today, so let's speed up this process. The second step in the model is to derive new products. Slope and the aspect of the slope are created from the GTopos 30 elevation data. The DGGS calculator has a slope and aspect function, so it's simple to derive these new data sources by entering an expression in the search bar. The third and fourth steps are to reclassify the data to values based on its potential to adversely affect landslide conditions, and then assign a value from 1 to 10. The DGGS calculator can transform and map string text values, integers, and reals to new values. I am using this feature to create expressions in the search bar that will normalize and parameterize the data values from the now 6 data sources used in the original model: slope, aspect, extent of permafrost, ice content within permafrost, land cover, and surface geology. Now, step 5. Let's start with the Canadian data. We can see that the expressions have worked as we have 6 data sources with data values ranging from 1 to 10. Yay! Now, finally, what we've all been waiting for, let's apply the weighting factor to each of these parameterized data values and see if it can show us high-risk areas for landslides. If we remove the model layer, we can see the faults. Pretty amazing. I'm surprised. Purple indicating about a 7. There's some more. The pattern itself is quite beautiful. It's amazing what data can tell you. You can see some of the hexagons showing up as the data is refined on the DGGS. Now let's apply the same model to Alaska. Now it's a bit different data here, and I've had to guess at some of the superficial geology parameterization. So don't use this in any official capacity, but let's see if it works. So we've got some data. Let's zoom in on some purple. Some refinement. Let's look underneath that data layer. Wow, that's great. Well, this looks easy, but I just want to end with a warning. A DGGS is only really for sophisticated analysts and decision makers.
Looking at Canadian resources and where they are throughout the provinces, if it would be better to find gold on a higher level or a lower level. You could search pretty much anything.
I liked how there's so many different settings and so many different things you could do with it. Like, you could figure out the populations, religions, males, females, age groups, which is so cool, and you can go really far with that. It's really cool.
And then click this. Yeah, that's on.